हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल बेसिक इलेक्ट्रिकल। आज के हमारे वीडियो का टॉपिक है मॉडर्न ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक के बारे में। और हम इसमें जानेंगे कि ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक क्या होता है, कितने तरह के ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक होंगे, क्लासिकल और मॉडर्न ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक होता है, दोनों में क्या डिफरेंसेस है उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। साथ में हम जानेंगे कि ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम जो होंगे वो कितने तरह के होंगे। साथ में हम जेनेटिक एल्गोरिदम, पार्टिकल स्वयं ऑप्टिमाइजेशन एंड मल्टी ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम के बारे में जानेंगे और स्कीमा थ्योरी के बारे में। तो ये सारी चीज़ हम डिस्कस करेंगे। तो इस वीडियो के अंत तक बने रहें दोस्तों, ताकि आपको पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाए, क्योंकि ये जो है टॉपिक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है। किसी भी आप टॉपिक को स्टार्ट करते हैं या प्रोजेक्ट को करते हैं, रिसर्च को करते हैं, तो आपको क्या होता है, उसमें ऑप्टिमाइजेशन लगाना पड़ता है। तो ये उसके लिए बहुत बेनिफिट है, क्योंकि आपको बेसिक जानना जरूरी है ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम के बारे में कि क्या होता है ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक। सो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द वीडियो। सो द ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक. So what is mean the optimization technique? So optimization is basically it is the process of finding the best one, that is the maximum and minimum point out of the feasible solution. That means we have to find the बेस्ट सॉल्यूशंस, दैट इज़ मैक्सिमम भी हो सकता है, वो मिनिमम भी हो सकता है। तो हमको क्या करना, ऑप्टिमाइजेशन का मतलब है हमको फिजिबल सॉल्यूशन फाइंड करना है, जो मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम जो पॉइंट आपको फिजिबल सॉल्यूशन मिले। तो ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक्स जो होते हैं बेसिकली क्या होगा, कंसेप्ट ऑफ ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक अगर मैथमेटिकली हम बात करेंगे तो इट इज़ डिफाइंड एज द लेट अस कंसीडर ए सिंगल वेरिएबल y। जैसे हमने एक सिंगल वेरिएबल y कंसीडर कर लिया, सिंगल वेरिएबल x लिया है, मान लीजिए x हमने सिंगल वेरिएबल लिया है, तो इसको हम डिफाइन कैसे करेंगे, y इज इक्वल टू fx। सो द फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव ऑफ दिस फंक्शन क्या हो जाएगा, f डैश x इक्वल टू दैट इज बिकम्स टू इक्वल टू 0, क्योंकि हम अगर इसको डिफ्रेंशिएट कर रहे हैं तो f डैश एक्स वाई के रिफरेंस में, तो ये क्या होगा, 0 होगा। एट पॉइंट x इज इक्वल टू x स्टार। सो वी कैन से दैट आइदर द ऑप्टिमम, दैट इज मैक्सिमम और मिनिमम, और inflection point exist at that point. So this is the optimization technique. So next is there are two types of optimization. Is that what is that? The classical analytical techniques and the modern optimization techniques. So that are the two types of technique is basically used. So what are the differences between classical and modern? So first difference is that in the classical analytical technique is that fixed predetermined steps. In the classical analytical techniques, fixed predetermined steps, while in the case of modern optimization, probabilistic steps are there. Okay, next point is that in the classical analytical technique it's provide accurate result, but modern optimization not provide the accurate results. Okay, next point is that in the classical techniques no mutation is there, but in the case of modern optimization mutation is there. Also next point is that the example of classical analytical technique is Gauss-Seidel Newton-Raphson method, but in the case of modern optimization technique the example is PSO and GA. Okay, next point is that the classical analytical technique is started with the single initial solution, but in the modern optimization technique it is started with the group of solutions. So that are the difference between the classical and modern optimization techniques. Next is that the classification of optimization problems. So the classification of optimization problem is that first is the linear and non-linear optimization problem. So in the case of linear and non-linear optimization problem, first discuss the linear optimization problem. If the objective function as well all the constraints are found to be linear, okay, so that is called the linear optimization problem. Suppose if fx and gx both the functions and constraints are linear, that is called the linear optimization problem. But if one of the objective function or constraints is non-linear, then it is called the nonlinear optimization problem. Suppose in the case fx and gs, one of the function is nonlinear, then it is called the nonlinear optimization. Second point is that constrained and unconstrained optimization problem. So in the case of constrained and unconstrained, means constraint means there is the limit. Okay, so the constraint means at least one of the functional constraint is present. Okay, so in the case of constraint it means the limit, so that is called, that is the x less than equal to 10. Suppose that is the example, so that is the constraint optimization. But in the case of unconstrained optimization without any functional constraints, it means there is no limit. So in the case of unconstrained optimization, that is x1 x2 x1 x2 greater than equal to 0, so that is called the unconstrained optimization. Next is that single objective and multi-objective optimization problem. So in the case of single objective, there is only one objective function is minimum, so that is example is minimum of fx. So that is the case of single objective optimization. If more than one objective, that is called the multi-objective, like minimum of f1x comma f2x. So here two objectives f1 and f2, so that is called the multi-objective optimization. But in the case of here, in this case only one objective fx, so it is single objective optimization problem. Next is that the single variable and multi-variable optimization problems. So in the case of single variable, variable means only one variable is there. So suppose x, y, z, so there only one variable is there, that is called single variable. So suppose fx is there, so only one variable, so it is single variable optimization problem. But if multivariable is that, suppose f of x, y, comma z, that is multivariable, that is called the multivariable optimization problem. Next is the genetic algorithm. So the genetic algorithm basically operates on a population of individuals with an objective of maximization or minimization. So here there are three operators are there. What is that operators? Selection, crossover and mutation is that. So three operators are there, and the types of selection methods is there: proportional selection, tournament selection and ranking selection. Okay, so first we have to know about the what is the meaning of selection, crossover and mutation. What are the meaning of that selection, crossover and mutation? So in the case of selection, okay, so in the case of selection we have to select the best individuals. Okay, so in the process of this simply that favor the selection better individuals in the population for the मेटिंग पूल्स. सो हमें क्या करना होगा, सिलेक्शन में बेटर जो आपके कैंडिडेट्स होंगे, इंडिविजुअल्स होंगे, उससे सेलेक्ट करना होगा. बट इन द केस ऑफ म्यूटेशन, सॉरी क्रॉसओवर, इन द केस ऑफ क्रॉसओवर वी हैव टू exchange the gene structure that is not available in their parents. Okay, so in the case of crossover we have to exchange the gene structure that is not available in their parents, so we have to cross over that. Okay, and next is that next point is there, what is that? Mutation. Mutation means sudden change in gene structure that gives the different features which are not there in the parents. Okay, so there are three important terms is there: selection, crossover and mutation is that. Okay, so come to the next point is that proportional selection, ranking selection and tournament selection. Okay, so in the case of proportional selection, first we have to find out the total number of individuals is that, and fitness function is there. So find the average of the fitness function, and according to that we have to select the proportional selection. So according to that, we have to fx by f average is that, so we have to calculate the proportional selection. And in the case of tournament selection, there is tournament between the populations, and we have to find the best individuals. And in the case of ranking selection, we have to rank them, and rank the fitness value, and according to that we have to find this. So there is the termination criteria is that. What is the termination criteria? So in the termination criteria, the maximum number of iteration or no improvement in the fitness value is that. So we can say that if the number of iteration is maximum, then we have to stop that, or there is no improvement in fitness value, so we have to stop that, and we have to know other iteration is required. So that is the genetic algorithm. So what are the advantages of GA? Okay, the main point is what are the advantages. So we can say that GA starts with the population of initial solution and created at random. So out of all these solutions, if at least one solution falls on the global basin, there is a good chance for the GA to reach the globally optimal solution. So it is important that initial population may not contain any solution lying in the global basin. So that is the advantages. And second is it can handle the integer programming and mixed programming problems. So it can solve both of them, integer and mixed. Next is that the gradient information of the objective function is not required by GA. So it can optimize discontinuous objective function also. Next is that it is suitable for the parallel implementation. And next is the same GA with a little bit of modification in the string can solve a variety of problems. Thus it is a versatile optimization tool. That are the advantages. But what are the disadvantages? That so it is computationally expensive and consequently has slow convergence rate. That's why main disadvantage. Second point is that it works like a black box optimization tool. And the third is that there is no mathematical convergence of proof of GA till today. Okay. Next, so that are the disadvantages of genetic algorithm. Next is the schema theory. The term schema is taken from the schemata. Okay, so schemata is basically a similarity template that describing a subset of strings within with certain at position. Okay, so we have to find the length of a schema and order schema. How to find the length of the schema and order of the schema? So the length of the schema is basically the distance between the first and last fixed bit position in the schema. So suppose I take one example is that suppose h1, that is the schemata. Schemata is that the schemata string is given. So there is the how to find the length of the schema and order the schema. How to find? So here the length of the schema means the distance between first fixed bit and the last fixed bit. So first fixed bit here is the last fixed bit here. So its position is first and its position is first, second, third and fourth position is that. Okay, so the distance fourth minus 1, so length of schema क्या होगा आपका यहाँ पे? Length of schema, that is delta h is equal to 3, 4 minus 1, 3. And here the order of schema, how to find the order of schema is the number of fixed bit in the schema. How number of fixed bit is schema is 1 and 2, only 2 is there. So here there is 1 and there is 2, only 2 fixed position is there. So order of schema is equal to 2 and length of the schema is 3. So here we can find the schema length of and order of schema. Now next topic is the very important topic is that what is particle swarm optimization. So the particle swarm optimization is based on the birds flocking and fish schooling and the fish is cooling, and the particles learns from their own past position and other particle position is that. So what is the main theme is that how to calculate the position. Okay, so p based position, how to calculate the p based position is that. Okay, so now start with the, so first in the, what are the processes that in the PSO. First initialize the particles randomly, that is pi and vi. Okay, next is that the evaluate the fitness function and determine the p based and g based. Okay, determine the p based and g based and update the position and velocity of each particle. So now we have to calculate the velocity and position. So vi k plus 1 is equal to vi k plus c1 r1 into pi based k minus pi k plus c2 r2 g based k minus pi k. That are the velocity, and pi k plus 1 is equal to pi k plus vi k plus 1. That are the position. So here the r1 and r2, that are the random number, and c1 and c2 value is from 0 to 4, and that are the weightage factor or learning factor is that. Okay, and the r1 and r2 are the random number, and it is taken as 0 to 1. r1 and r2 is taken as 0 to 1. Okay, so that is the steps, and after that we have to check the termination criteria, and if no termination, then go to the step 2, and the step 2 is that evaluate the fitness function. So that are the particle swarm optimization technique. And next is the simulated annealing. Okay, so in this simulated annealing, temperature is considered as the control parameter and energy as cost function. Okay, so temperature will decrease until the stopping criteria is fulfilled. Okay, so that are the simulated annealing, and what are the process in that simulated annealing. So let us discuss the process of simulated annealing. Before that, I have revised that topic, that is the genetic algorithm and particle swarm optimization, and next is the simulated annealing. So in the simulated annealing, basically is the meta heuristic technique. Okay, it is the method based on the annealing process. So in the simulated annealing, it is the process by which material property is input. Okay, so temperature of metal is raised to a very high value, that is melting point. So the atom has the high energy, and there is high possibility that atoms will rearrange to form the crystalline structure, and after that very slowly reduce the temperature, so the atoms don't get the chance to arrange themselves. So at every stage the thermal equilibrium is maintained. Okay, so the function of that algorithm. So what are the algorithm is simulated annealing at a fixed temperature T. First step, that at fixed temperature T, and the randomly part up the current state to new state, and so if the delta is greater than if the delta is less than 0, the new state has the lower energy and accept new state as a current state. But if delta is greater than or equal to 0, then accept new state with the probability, and the what are the accept new state is that. So new state with the probability is that, what is that, So PR accept is equal to exponential to the power minus delta E upon KBT. And KB is the Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature, and delta is the difference of the energy state between the difference of the energy between the two states. So that are the simulated annealing. And the last is the multi-objective optimization. So the goal of the multi-objective optimization to generate the trade-off that are generated due to the conflicting nature of objectives. Always remember, conflicting natures. Okay, so the multi-objectives means they are conflicting conflicting with each other at least one point. Okay, so if conflict with each other, so that is called the multi-objective optimization. And the objective problem, no single solution exists. So MOO is the multi-objective optimization, is the multiple solution exist, that is known as the Pareto optimal solutions. So there are the classical methods of solving the multi-objective optimization. First, the weighted aggregation methods. So the weighted aggregation method is that, so the if the minimum of f is equal to sum of I to equal to 1 to n, that is Wi fi x, and that value is summation of Wi is equal to 1. So that is the converts multi-objective optimization to single objective optimization and solved by the conventional methods. Okay, so the Pareto in this case, the Pareto front may be obtained by changing the weights and solving the optimization problem repeatedly. Next is the goal programming. In the goal programming method, that is the minimum of f is equal to summation of I equal to 1 to n Wi fi xi minus ti. So the target of ti is the target of fi. Okay, so the both are the conflicting. Suppose f1 is the maximum distance and f2 is minimum energy. Okay, so f1 is equal to minimum upon 1 upon distance, minimum 1 upon distance. Okay, so that are the goal optimization problem. Next is there are three important terms, is that fitness assignment, diversity and elitism. Okay, so in the case of fitness assignment, the fitness assignment is basically controls the convergence and guides the problems to non-dominated solutions. And the next is the diversity, is basically prevent the premature convergence. It not converge exact time, but it converge before the optimization, so it prevent the premature convergence to region of Pareto font. And the next is the elitism, is used to retain the non-dominated solution. Okay, so that are the multi-objective optimization. I hope that you can understand about the multi-objective optimization and all the terms, genetic algorithm, PSO, schema. So if any doubt, you can ask me. So thank you very much. Please like and subscribe my channel, Basic Electrical.